strong.
Hi, everybody. This is Funny Minds, and I am your host, Lynn B., and I have my crazy co-host with me.
Edward Bess, how are you?
And today, we're doing fine. Today, we have on a very lovely lady who is a visual artist. She's a model. She's a creative director, and she started her own agency, which we'll let her explain. And it's Shanny.
Johnny.
Johnny, okay. Yeah, I even asked you,
You're close, girl. You're close.
You're Shanny. What are you talking about?
I want to say Shanny because that's what my grandchildren call me.
Hey now.
Welcome to our show.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, how are you doing?
I am good. I'm in mommy mode too. So if you hear any somebody dying in the back, that's
Oh, by all means, we've all been there, done that. So don't worry.
I'm trying. So but other than that, I'm okay. I'm sane.
So you're in California, right?
Yes.
But not by the fires, I hope.
No, that's where the rich people are, behind the Hollywood. I ain't there yet. That's where all that went down.
Okay, but you're aspiring to be there. Maybe by the time you get there, they'll rebuild those rich homes,
Maybe. I'll just be somewhere else, not around there.
Well, if it's not fires, it's mudslides. If it's not mudslides, it's earthquakes. So, I mean, there you go. That's California in and of itself. So tell us, I want to know about your agency and what prompted you, with all this other stuff that you do, what prompted you to want to start an agency? And tell us what the agency is all about.
So my agency is SSLAY Agency. I actually launched last summer. What the motivation was behind it was I've been in the industry myself on and off for like over 12 years. I've done modeling, I've done videos, I've done management, I've done a little bit of everything. So I kind of have like an idea experience-wise. But one of the things I noticed, even in my own pursuit as an individual talent or whatever the case may be, there is a lot of limitations if you don't have a machine per se backing you. You know what I'm saying? And there's also individuals or just people in general, as as everybody started to see these past few years, some of the things some people had to do, unfortunately. And I just couldn't find myself to compromise.
Right.
To be in a position. And I always told myself, like, the moment I do become successful, I want it to be based off of my talent, not off of what I had to do to get there.
Other situations that would bring you to that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I disappeared for a little bit. 2020 seemed to be the year of tunnel vision for everybody who had a creative mind, because that's where everything you can do, you do. And I always told myself if I was going to go back to school, which I did, it would be for something that I really want, And so I ended up going to Los Angeles Film School. I never heard of the school prior to that. And my goal with that was to utilize the connections made with that school. That particular school deals with film, it deals with business, entertainment, it deals with everything that has to do with the entertainment industry. Okay. So it really made me excited. So I was like, you know what, let me just do it. And I did it. And while pursuing that, I ended up having 2 kids back to back.
Okay.
I know, right? Like, girl, it wasn't already hard enough. Yeah, it was. And with that pursuit and having 2 children, one being a preemie, and managed to graduate at the top of my class, I was very
Congratulations.
proud. Girl, very proud. And I told myself when I graduated, I'm going to start my agency. Even if it's a grassroots, I'm going to start it. I got to put it out there so people can know. So with my agency, the goal is to build a network of different professionals with resources to help the independent talent. I know a lot of people personally that are extremely talented that just need a chance, just to be able to showcase who they are, because they're constantly being overshadowed by And you guys see what we see, they're constantly being overshadowed by, people who are not as talented because of what they have backing them.
Right,
so
right.
I figured, if I can come across like-minded individuals who have the same passion that wants to see other people succeed, I don't see what the problem is, And so that's where the birth of this came in to play. My own personal experience, people who I know personally, and what I would like to offer. Some of the resources that I offer is management, of course, marketing, events, PR, casting, and more. So like how I plan to shape my business and grow it, it's going to align with anybody, like anyone, and it's customized to the individual. For example, I had a talent who he was interested in being better. So I offered a whole system and a program to help, develop the talent. I gave advice, one-on-one counseling and stuff like that. And, wanted to pursue further, then, we can work on an album, we can work on, a private event. So it's just like, it depends on the person's need, or if you're a model and, you want to revamp your portfolio, or you're looking for connections or casting or whatever the case may be. That's the goal with that. So to just give you a stage to shine a little light to say, hey, this person right here is dope, or,
Right. Yeah.
So that's my whole goal with that. And with my company, there's different sectors. Right now, I'm focused on publications. So I just recently launched 2 publications. My first beauty magazine called Beaut Magazine. And my first events magazine called The Experience. And I am so proud of myself with this. I can't even tell you. I'm so proud of myself. So the Beaut magazine, I don't know if you guys can see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
So this is my friend Aisha. She's in New York, and we're working on doing a billboard in Times Square. She's a model and actor.
Right.
Yeah, we're really trying to do something.
Nice.
And she, I met her through a networking referral, and the photos, I did everything. I put all this together, and I was like, this is something I want to do. I want to have my own publications. I've been in publications. I've had articles. I've been in magazines, but I always wanted to do do something for myself.
Right.
She helped me bring this alive. And then this particular one, The Experience, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, yeah.
If you can bring it back a little bit. I see magazine, but I don't see the top. Experience magazine. Okay.
Yeah. So this particular magazine is an events magazine. It's a specialty magazine. So let's just say, for instance, right? You guys are comedians and you have like maybe an upcoming project. I create a whole event around you, and it's all about you. When I say all about you, it's all about you. And the whole event is encompassed in a tangible magazine. And what I plan with this is every magazine, we give a portion of it to whatever charity you may be a part of or like. So, for instance, the guy that's on the cover of this, he's a photographer. He's a student in, I think, NYC, and he wasn't very familiar with California. So he found me. I have put a posting out looking for whoever. And his photography is very beautiful. It's poetic. He writes poems as well. So at the event, what it was, those who paid like a VIP ticket, they got to get featured in the publication. So it's another way to market yourself and to, expand your brand. So with that, he got to introduce who he was, talk about where he came from, the things he liked, the reason behind his photography, any future projects, his goals. It was about him.
Okay.
And so you take all that, some of the photography he shot is in the publication. Here's an artist that I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah.
I can partially, yes.
Yeah, he shot this at the event. So we created it to where any services he may have, you bring it to the event. So anybody who's there, they get special discounts, special this, that, whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's about you. That's your platform, your stage, whatever. So it can be as big as you want it or as small as you want it. It all is all up to you. But it's another way to expand your network in your brand. So I feel like
is it like a crowdfunding type of
no, it's not crowdfunding
thing or
because
no?
no, because you actually pay to go into the event. So you have a general admission, but then if
Okay.
you want to be featured in a publication, like, or if you like to, get certain gifts or whatever the case may be, there's different packages, but the ultimate is the publication. And with
Okay.
the publication, like I mentioned, um, there's a percentage that will go to whatever organization that you represent. So it highlights those who are in need as well. So that's like my ultimate goal is to always highlight and give back with each event. So
Okay.
his was like, I think it was homeless shelters or something like that for like, I guess industry or, entertainment individuals. Those are in the industry that are trying to find their way. And housing is a issue, especially in LA. If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah, I
getting work
heard.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially if you're not getting work like that. So that was his organization that he picked. And so a portion of the proceeds went to them. So the whole experience, you get to experience the individual, who they are, what they represent. And then on top of that, if you will get featured in the publication that you plan on promoting and marketing and doing whatever with it, and also helping someone at the end. So that's something I really like and I really want to push more of. I have a lot of people who are interested in that, especially if they have new projects, or if they're working on things, or if they have something already in plan and just want something to celebrate them in a way and to have something tangible to walk away from. Like, I think that's a beautiful thing.
So how many people do you have on board in your agency now since you started?
I want to say about 10, but I'm going to be very specific. The people who I have are like more of like referral partners. I do have some,
Okay.
but as far as like running it, it's me until I get to that place where I'm comfortable enough to start
Okay.
delegating,
Okay.
because each part of my company, I have to roll it out, if that makes sense, because there's different sectors. So like I mentioned, like I'm in publications right now. So even though I'm
Right.
the talent and stuff like that, until I get to the place where I have enough to roll it
Oh,
out.
Edward, you're gone. That's all right. He'll come back.
Yeah, no, right. He'll pop up and be like, hey,
Hello, he's a magician.
until I get to the place where everybody can kind of get a grasp of what I'm doing, I'm slowly bringing enough out for people to digest. So they see, if you see enough of it, you be like, oh, okay, this is what they do. This is okay. So to get the word out about my company, that's where the publications are now starting to come in. And then I have some talent that I'm working on that I want to roll out and so on and so forth. So you'll see me unfold as time goes.
Well, I want to get back to like the acting and stuff like that. And I find in this day and age, it's really sad that things that went on years ago, if they're still happening. And I'm really not in LA. I'm not in the movie business. I'm not, so I really don't know a lot of what goes on behind closed doors, because I mean, I assume, but making
Yeah.
an assumption is not actually knowing and stuff like that. But aside from that, and I really would hope that people would have learned their lesson by now. But that being said, have you investigated people for the for like indie movies, which I understand, in like a lot of people doing some indie movies are finding it a lot easier to get funding, to get people to get funding. And they're not big actors. They're like the everyday people that, are really looking to do something. And somebody that I had on my show a little while ago, Stephen Mayer. I mean, he's a wonderful man. I love him to death. He's a producer. I'm going to see his movie this Saturday, and it's Lake George. And he did it with all unknown people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, none of them, not one of them is a big name star in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that the movie is getting really a lot of coverage and it's supposed to be really good. And, it's just, I think it's wonderful, that people can take. So have you thought about indie people, using indie people?
Oh yeah. I'm open to anybody. Like my thing is whoever has a dream, has a passion, has a goal, who's aspiring. My whole passion is to be able to help because I know how it feels having talents and not having no one to really at least just support you or, you know, give you a chance to showcase.
Okay.
Just so you can be able to say, at least I tried. So
Right.
I've come across a lot of directors, producers, actors, models, dancers. I've come across all of that. And my goal is to eventually have my own production. So I do a lot of in-house.
Okay.
So I definitely want to do indie, full length. I want to do all that. Like I said, the sky's the limit with my company, but I just want to slowly roll certain things out to kind of get the buzz going about what I do. So
Okay.
little here, little there, you're just going to see this and that. I'm also working on some events with a couple of my partners, live talent shows.
Oh.
So like it's you're gonna see little by little different things rolling out and you'll be like, oh wow, okay, I see it, so I get it.
I see a lot, like, just being on LinkedIn, I see a lot of people do a lot in LA. So it seems like, they say LA is dead and stuff like that, but I don't know. There seems to be so much going on in LA all the time. I don't
No,
see
it's
how
not
LA
dead.
is so dead.
It's a cesspool of creativity. I'm gonna
You
say that.
really?
It really is very diverse. It's very eclectic culturally. You're gonna come across somebody from another part of the world. I've met so many different people, and all of them are like-minded, just want to create. So I
Yeah.
believe creativity wise, LA is a beautiful place to work and network and to build. Like honestly, even if you don't live there per
Yay,
se,
he's back. Hello.
I'm like he just disappeared, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Tell me how you really feel. Like, my goodness.
You're right. Gee, I didn't think you felt that way.
Man, was I taking
And you're not even a magician. Oh my God. How about
no, but other than that,
animation?
yeah.
Do you do anything in animation? Do you do anything with anybody in animation? Because I know animation is really big, but
no, but I'm open to it. Like I'll tell you, I'm open to anybody who is a creative, whether you're in film, music, or fashion. I do not care. Whatever it is that you're looking for or needing, my goal is to build a network large enough to where if I can't do it, I have a partner that I can refer this, that, and so on and so forth. So
okay.
whatever your gift is, my goal is to at least try to shine a light as bright as I can on you so you can attract whatever it is that you need to elevate you. And, I tell the people who I've worked with so far, I'm not trying to make nobody rich, but if we get rich, that's a beautiful thing.
You're right.
Make sure you get your
nothing, but
you don't make any promises. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't want to promise. But you get out, we get what you put in. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're dedicated to what you're doing, I'm going to meet you. But if you're not, then you can't get mad because it's like,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So do you have anybody right now that's up for a part in anything? Or, I know you're working with the girl in New York and you're going to do the billboard and all, but that's not really like a movie.
No,
Like,
that's not
is she
no,
more
the movie
like
part,
a model?
Yeah, she's a model. So I'm working with a model. I'm also working with a musician.
Who is that?
Yeah, two musicians. And I have a director that I'm actually trying to pitch his film. It's a really good film. It's about mental health. So we are trying to find the best bidder for that.
Okay.
I have short films that are presented to me. So we just I'm coming across things, but I'm still fairly new too, though. So it's like I'm
You're
learning
a
as
baby.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm
You're a
learning
baby
as
right
I'm
now.
going. Yeah, so
you're crawling. You need to walk.
Exactly.
I want to push you.
Yeah. So I don't feel no. Trust me, I'll take all the advice, all the wisdom. I honestly want to be realistic about everything I'm doing. I don't expect to be 100%. I don't expect the person I'm talking to be perfect. Because it's realistic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fall short. We're gonna have, our shortcomings, and we're gonna make mistakes. So that's how I try to approach everybody. No one's perfect. You know what I mean? And but even in that, as long as you're willing to learn And as long as you're willing to grow, the sky's the limit, you know?
Well,
So,
I've learned throughout my life that you have to make mistakes in order to find out, what is real and what's not real.
yeah,
If you're going to move forward, you got to make some mistakes along the way.
you have to. That's
Because,
just part of
that's the
life.
yellow brick road. And sometimes some bricks are just out of way, and you
Yeah,
just have to
yeah,
get around them. So,
yeah,
you're going to make mistakes, and that's going to be good because it's going to show you a better path to take, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But that's really good. I mean, I'm excited for you. I really am. I
Thank
love to see
you.
people take an idea and a dream and run with it and do something with it. It's so important.
And it is. And I'm just at a place in my life like I have to say at least I tried. I can't sit here. I don't ever want to
Yeah.
say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like even if it doesn't succeed, at least I can say I did something. Most people don't even try. Half the
Yeah.
battle is trying. You don't know how far you will go. You don't know who you will meet. You just don't know. And to not even put forth the effort, you know what I mean? Like I refuse to go out like that. I refuse.
Yeah, I was telling her, Eddie, about Stephen Mayer, and I'm going to see his Lake George movie this week, and not one person in that movie is a big star. They're all no-name people that are getting a lot of recognition. Which I think is a wonderful thing. I think it's wonderful. And I don't want to take anything away from all the stars that we have in the world because they've paid their dues, they've done their job. They've made a lot of wonderful movies and they've been in plays and, short stories, whatever. But there's so many people out there that have talent that you're right. They have a lot of talent. And you're right, because they don't have somebody big behind them, that talent is not being shown, unfortunately. And that's sad. That's really sad. But I think what you're doing is wonderful. And I really hope that, I can say like, I know her. Had her on the show.
You'll be invited, girl. Don't even worry. Y'all gonna be invited to the party. Don't even
Oh,
trip.
absolutely. Invite us. We'll come.
VIP.
Hell
all day.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, VIP all the way. Yes, definitely. And yeah, it's really, they say that they can't think of any movies to do, or that it's very hard right now, and a lot of people are so worried about their jobs, but yet there's plenty of stuff coming out. I took my grandson to the movies yesterday, see Paddington, and there was like a half hour of nothing but trailers for movies. So I don't know how they can say, oh, that there's nothing coming out, because there are a lot of things coming out. Maybe they sat on a shelf for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, that part. Well, a lot of them were on shelf because of COVID. So a lot of
I believe that.
got halted because of COVID. So now we're seeing an influx of a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. But there should be a lot more, because I mean, and again, I don't know everything that goes on in making a movie, but I know it's got to be a lot different than it was years ago, because with the computer and all the graphics and everything else, and you don't really have to go to the ocean to do certain scenes. It's this whole big graphic thing where you simulate everything. So I mean, not that it doesn't take time or money to do all of that, but I should think that the amount of time to make a movie should be a lot less than what they did years ago, because of the technology that they have now in order to make it.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
And I do like seeing the scenes on LinkedIn too. They show the back scenes. And now you disappeared. All I see is your tree. I must be a musician today. I just get rid of people as I'm talking to them.
And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to pay attention. And he over here screaming in the background. I'm like, my goodness.
Where is you? Let me see your little one. Where is he?
Oh, he's right here. I got two.
What's his name? Hello.
Trey. It's okay, Dad.
Trey. Hi, Trey. Oh, he's not happy.
Say hi, bro.
Oh, hi, Boo. How are you?
And then here's his little brother. He just They look crazy.
Oh my God.
I just, it's been
two crazy monkeys.
You got your hands full.
Girl, listen, and I'm still trying to make it. So you got to understand, I'm going to push through no matter what,
I have to tell you, in my lifetime, my children, my career are the two of the most important things in my life. And, you make it, you do it, you find the time and you look back and you say, how did I ever get that done? How did I ever do that?
Man.
But you do.
Man, you was preaching to the choir because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Even with everything that I went through with my son, my oldest son, I sometimes just reminisce of me being in a hospital every single day, sometimes 2-3 times a day because he's in the
Oh,
NICU.
yeah, with a preemie, yeah.
Oh, my God, a roller coaster. I'll just be like, it was literally by the grace of God. I there was moments where I started to feel delirious. I felt like I was just in this. Because it was just the same thing over and over. And it was just like,
oh, geez. Aw.
When we finally got to the end, I was gone, girl. I ain't look back.
Well, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you.
You guys can, mind you, thank you. You guys, I can be found on Instagram, Facebook, at Shanny SSLAY. Also my company, SSLAY Agency, on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. And also on LinkedIn. I can be emailed at shani@sslayagency.com. For any inquiries, you can also look up on my website at www.SSLAyagency.com. I have some forms for submissions if you're interested in talent or if you're interested in publications. It's up to you, whatever they're floats your boat. And yeah.
Do you do a lot on LinkedIn?
I just started LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
I've been getting a lot of from guys.
Good.
I just started like a couple of months ago, but I do plan on being a little bit more present on LinkedIn because of the response I'm getting.
Yeah.
Or just like requesting and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, you need to put a lot of stuff out on there because I find that out of all the social media that I deal with, they are one of the best.
And they're most professional too.
Yes.
That one and there's another site that I'm on, a business website called Alignable. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I haven't.
It's
Yes. No, I do know Alignable, but I started out doing some stuff on it and I just dropped off. I just some things are for some people and it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. I'm still getting used to it, but I have interactions on there as well. I just feel like I need to be a bit more present, especially for the things that I'm doing. So as time goes, I am going to be very vocal on LinkedIn because professionally wise, it's a dope site. It really is a good site.
It is. It really, really is. And you'll get a lot of connections and a lot of people will watch what you're doing, join some of the groups that are on there because they're fabulous. Mm-hmm. And, I post a couple of times a week to LinkedIn, and I have a lot of groups that I belong to, and that stuff goes out to all of them, and I get a really great response, so I'm over 10,000 people right now and just climbing, Mm-hmm. I remember the day I started, an executive of LinkedIn, he was in Australia, and he happened to message me, and at the time he had 20,000 people. And I said, oh, gee, if I could have 1/10 of what you have, I'd be very happy. And, in some year, I was up to over 10,000 people. Of course, he shared a little bit, but he didn't share the whole thing. I said, sharing is caring,
Just a little bit. I'll give you just a little bit. Just a little sliver.
And it takes a while. It takes a while to build yourself up. But once you build yourself up, I mean, I've met a lot of wonderful, wonderful people on that site. I love it. I just love the site.
Well, I'm excited. For the things that I have that are in works, and as it starts to unfold, I will keep you guys in the loop, so you can see, and potentially be a part of,
I'm gonna hold you to that VIP.
Hold me to it, girl. I'm not playing. Like I hold me to
really.
it.
Don't offer me anything that you don't think I'm not gonna take you up on it.
I am gonna hold myself to it. Like I'm looking for people who are just as interested and like-minded like myself, and humor is one of my favorite things. I love to laugh. So love laughing. So
that's what I say. Laughter is the best medicine. So there you
really
go.
Is. It gets you through a lot too, So I definitely will keep in touch with you guys, and as things start to unfold, stay tuned.
There we go.
Awesome.
Well, I am so happy that we finally got to connect.
Yes.
And that's wonderful. And I wish you all the best. And yes, I'm going to be watching you. I'm going to watch what you put out there on LinkedIn. Give you a little push.
You better.
Hey, what's going on today? They haven't heard from you,
I need it. Like, girl, I know you busy. I know you got to sit them down.
Get some stuff out here. Let's go.
I need that.
I need pound down.
I need that support. Trust me. Like,
absolutely.
I welcome.
So my fans, my friends, my family, everybody, wearefunnyminds.com. And if you go on our site, you are going to see two organizations that we think so much of, and that's St. Jude's Children's Hospital and Breast Cancer. And there's a big purple button because purple is my favorite color. Mm-hmm. And if you wish to donate, that's a wonderful thing because it's two organizations that do an awful lot for people. And we are on YouTube, which we're pushing YouTube. Subscribe. Let's go, fans. Let's go. We need some people, more people, and and Spotify and every audio platform we're on. And we have merch, of course. This is our merch. You can go on. We have a QR code. You can load our QR code. I have a lot of stuff there. There's more stuff going on every day. So that's us. That's where we're at. And we're here to make you happy, to bring you people that are going to make you happy and uplift you. And here's some really great stories from a lot of wonderful people. So with that, I say goodbye to everybody. And again, I say laughter is the best medicine. And we all know how that goes. And we have bad days, but always smile, because beyond that detour, there's a rainbow. And if there's a rainbow, some little elf or gremlin's got a pot of gold. So you're going to find that. So go look for it. Find that pot of gold.
You got to find him.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Thank you so much for coming on. And I am going to push you. Don't worry about it.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Be well.
Bye-bye.